one more go for today. The moon. The moon will be dashed in two pieces. And some things about from John's Revelation, those man-eating locusts. Okay. Well, that thing will be obvious when the moon will be set in two pieces. And here's a rhetorical question. Does anybody listens on the warning words? Well, then there are no Muslims. Wow, who knows? And here is a little contradiction about Lot's story. You know, it was already told that Lot's wife died there, and in another place it was not Lot's wife, but some old woman. And now here no one dies from Lot's family when they run from Sodom and Gomorrah. Actually, I think just Sodom, because Gomorrah is hardly ever mentioned in the Quran. Now let's move on to Surah 55th. Mrs. started to speak, humans speak understandably, understandable, stupid thing. There is a claim that the sun and the moon are going by precise counting. What the stupid. Here's some more stupidity, like the stars and the trees are bowing down before Mr. A, of course. That is just nonsense. Here it is mentioned that the jinns were made from smokeless fire, what is of course again stupidity. There are two east and two wests. Somebody tell me what this is all about. Two seas are meeting and whatnot. So let's move on to Surah 56, where it says that it gives a more detailed description on the Judgment Day. There will be three groups and blah blah blah. Here is an interesting thing, that the human body of, let's say, the male body, of course, because you know women's are just some secondary beings, don't make its own sperm. Mr. A himself just inject it every time. More stupidity. Let's face it. This video, the contents of this video about a part of the Quran what is full of stupidity. Oh, and the concept of the last breath of being the soul, just that ancient Greek mistake. It is just a little bit too much for someone with modern education. And my computer just freezes down. Okay, let's move on to Surah 57. Mm, some more title to Mr. A, of course, nonsensical, something like that, being deaf and oh my god, the obvious indeed, and so it's nonsense. Uh, there are no monks. Mr. A has nothing to do with monks or hermits. Monks, I think. Yeah, that is just some work of Satan, I think. Now move on, Surah 58. Uh, don't curse your own mother. Something about slavery in relation with cursing your own mother. Uh, Here is an explanation that whatever Satan Iblis does, it is not from him but from Mr. A, because he cannot do anything, any harm, without Allah's permission. So whatever he do is with Allah's permission. So he cannot be blamed for anything actually, but Mr. A is responsible for every misguiding and whatnot. Oh, and give them money. Don't make any pact with non-Muslims. Don't like non-Muslims. And here comes the next surah. What just gives more titles to Mr. A, but otherwise has no meaning. And then the next surah, the non-Muslims are enemy. Only believe in Allah as some trade will appear and whatnot. Nonsense. And here is the thing that whatever you pray for your blood relatives, in case they are doing something bad and would be punished by Mr. A, then do you remember the part when Abraham said, asked forgiveness for his father? Then what's the meaning of that? Nothing. That's just nonsense. When the Muslim woman cannot marry to a non-Muslim. Just remember that. Now here comes the surah called Ranks. Allah likes those who fight for him. And there is someone named Ahmed who I don't know who is. So here comes for this video the last surah. I just don't want to run out of time. Surah 62, and this is either called the Friday or the Gathering, depends on the translation or something. I just don't know how translation goes sometimes with the Quran. And here that Mr. A is the one who sent amongst the analphabets a messenger, you know, who had the writing as proof. But if they are illiterate, what proof is of writing? None. So this is just a nonsensical thing again. And here is something that definitely suggests that Islam is a suicide sect. It says, say, If you are, you who are the Jews, if you really think that except all the other humans, you are God's chosen people, then wish for death, if you say the truth. This literally says that whoever follows Islam, whoever is a Muslim, wish for death, are going for death, seeking the death. So this is a suicide code. So just this whole thing is a big sensical stupidity. What is Islam? I say, at least.